They say
monsters
don't
exist.
But what if I told you they walk among us
That's
in
crazy.
plain sight? Imagine the chill creeping down your spine when you're
Alone.
the unsettling sensation of eyes boring into you from the shadows. Yet, when you turn, nobody is there. Picture yourself in a crowded grocery store, heart racing, as an inexplicable dread clings to you like a dark, dark cloud. Monsters are real. This is American Whiskey, and every Friday we get together for Sip and Solve, where we dive into the bone-chilling tales that remind us of darkness lurks just beneath the surface. I don't know why that episode, that intro. Sorry, absolutely hammered drunk. I apologize, but that fucking intro gets me every time. Welcome to American Whiskey, Sip and Solve. We're back. It's been a while, but Michaela has a lot of things going on. We have a lot of things going on, but the good thing is it's almost Halloween. If you think about it, it's almost Halloween, and we're back for Sip and Solve. So tonight in the studio we have Ryan Crew from Fat Racks Smoking Company, correct?
Yeah.
It's a Fat Rack Smoking Company. Great. First off, I've had a lot of smoking meats, and this is the best meats. And I've had all the best meats. This is the best meat. Guys, grab a glass of whiskey, rum, whatever it is you sip on. Grab a beer. I mean, there's a lot of good breweries around, a lot of good distilleries, a lot of good wineries. Just go to something local, snag it, pour it in your glass, and let's talk about it. We all love it. I'm Big Sturge. Sip and Solve time. All right, guys, welcome back. We'll go around the horn real quick. Of course, Sip and Solve's not been around for a little bit, but we're excited about tonight. It's been a little bit of, Dylan, I'd say it's been a little bit of time since we've done the last one. We keep talking about it, but we're excited to be back tonight.
I'd agree 100% with you, and like you said, everyone's been busy. Michaela, yourself, and I, we all talked about it. And we said maybe not do it every week, but we still want to keep this going because there's a lot of cases that are interesting to talk about. And if we don't do them as often, we have time to do more research.
And I think that's a good fact of it. And, there's a lot of cases out there that we've talked about, the three of us that are unsolved that deserve to be solved. And I think tonight's one of those cases that we can talk about. But before we do it, let's go around the horn, talk about what we're sipping on. Ryan Crew, by the way, is Fat Rack Smoking Company. He's in tonight. He's my neighbor. He's very upset at the fact that he has to sit in here.
He got blindsided.
He absolutely got blindsided.
They bamboozled me.
He came over to talk about the draft, and we're like, haha, now you're on the episode.
But what was interesting was Crew knew the case. And so I don't think I'm bamboozling you too much. I think you have to research a little bit, but you know the case. So I don't know, Dylan. I know you're 175 pounds lighter than I, maybe 275. I don't know. Any chance you can go knock that light off in the garage?
I don't hear anything.
It's buzzing. I promise you a ton. If you can't, I owe Dylan a big thank you for shutting it off. So for some reason, it's not off. I promise you, I can tell. I've been doing. Don't say that. Don't say that, dude. Some reason when we turn the garage light on, it buzzes everything in the house. But so let's go around the horn. What are you sipping on over there? And let me give you a quick tutorial of what you're sipping on, Ryan Crew. You're sipping on 40 Acres straight rye whiskey. And I believe, Michaela, you know a little bit about that, right?
Yeah, I'm passingly familiar with it.
You want to give us a little rundown on it?
Hell yeah. So 40 acres straight rye whiskey. It's a 95% rye, 5% malted barley, aged 5 years, and then finished in Amatera Pinot Noir barrels. It's always wine barrel finished. Just this most recent batch, we worked with Amatera in Portland. It's my coworker Carl's brand. Started in 2020. So 5 years old, and it's one of my favorite whiskeys.
I know Justice League and I have partaked in it, and it's upsetting because every time we go to pour it, Justice League always says, don't pour it too heavy because we don't have a lot of it. But tonight with Crew in studio, we wanted to let him try it for the first time. Before we dive into this case, Crew, give it a sip, see what you think of it.
It's pretty tasty. I'm ready for another.
Oh, dude.
He's like, I'm almost done.
We can talk about it. And
Well,
Justice
you guys will
made
have
me.
to fly me out, and I'll bring some more.
Nope. Well, Justice made me pour him a heavy pour of it, and it's a good one. And I'm a killer for rye. I don't know what it is. I love the spice of a rye. I love everything about it, and this is a really, really good one. I don't know if you guys over there in Oregon can ship in the mail or not.
We are not able to, but 40
Okay.
Acres was recently listed on our bar cart. Well, it's through Flaviar now, but through New Deal Distillery's online store, you can now order 40 Acres straight rye whiskey.
All right.
Hell
So if you
yeah.
get a chance to check that out, I would suggest it. It's a really good cocktail. It's not a cocktail, sorry. It's a really good rye whiskey.
It makes great cocktails.
It does make great cocktails, but I really hate to cocktail it because I really enjoy the flavor that it brings to the table. So I will drink it straight. There's some times where I add a finger to a glass and I'll put a little splash of water to it. I don't know why, but my dad taught me that, and I think it opens up flavors, so I do that. But it's really fantastic straight.
Well, Sturge, to add to that, it's kind of like throwing an ice cube or two in it.
Yeah, for
Just
sure.
when it gets watered down, it brings out different flavors and different profile entirely.
It's weird because I don't like my rye whiskeys cold. So I
That's
tend
why
to
you
put
do
a
the
little
water.
splash. Yeah, I like a little splash of water in it, and, room temperature. It's a weird thing that my old man got me into. But yeah, so tonight we're going to be covering the case of Carrie Culberson. This is a case that's been haunting a lot of people over the, what is it, 20 years now? I believe the anniversary was on Friday.
The 28th, yeah.
Yeah. So I say let's dive into it and let's see where we can get.
Yeah. So Clarissa Ann Culberson, aka Carrie, was living in Blanchester, Ohio as of 1996 in August. And on the 28th, she went missing. She was in a pretty tumultuous relationship, so there are some things that we'll talk about in terms of like who we think done it. But there's also some like mishandling of the investigation by police. Like it's just a whole spaghetti mess of shit.
It is.
And yeah, we'll dive into it.
I'm interested.
So, Dilly, when we dive into the facts of this case, it seems to be more times than not, it seems to be a woman, and I don't know why that is, but it's I don't know if it's just that dudes are way fucking sicker than women, or if they're just easier to pry on. But Carrie Culberson seemed to be, I mean, I know that she had troubles in her life, but I think that, when it comes down to it, she was in a vulnerable situation.
Right. And to add to that, it's either, I would say majority of the time, it's either a woman or somebody part of the LGBTQ community.
Right.
Unfortunately, that's mainly the statistics here.
Yeah. And if you don't know who Carrie Culberson is, I recommend you checking this out. But she was kidnapped and she was brutally murdered. And
Allegedly.
allegedly murdered. I apologize. Go ahead, Dilly.
So
My bad.
Michaela, do you want to kick off what exactly or the background of it?
Yeah. So in 1994, Carrie started dating Vincent Doan.
Yeah.
And their whole relationship was fraught with abuse, like both verbal and physical. She reported him to the authorities multiple times. He smashed her car windows while she sat inside her car, also hit her in the lower abdomen, bruising her kidneys. This happened twice in 1995 and again in 1996. Prior to this, in the early summer, she had filed a criminal complaint of misdemeanor assault against him after he allegedly hit her on the head with a space heater, requiring her to have 5 surgical staples in order to close the wound. They were scheduled to appear at a court hearing in early September of 1996 to hash this out, but she went missing on August 28th, so she never made it to that court hearing.
And you know, I think a lot of the cases that we cover end up being some type of domestic violence.
Mm-hmm.
And the one thing that always kind of makes me wonder if there's people in their lives that know of, you know, the domestic violence or settling right inside of, you know, the loved one's, you know, life.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of am curious, do you guys know much about Vincent?
Not about. I don't know about him specifically, unless Dilly found something other than he was a grade A douchebag.
I mean, Done the D-bag would be fine, which
Yeah, Doan the douche.
Really,
Doan the
there's
D-bag.
not much about Doan other than the trial and stuff since he's been incarcerated.
I mean, do we know? Let's talk about Carrie herself.
Well, right before her disappearance, her family told authorities that on the 25th, so 3 days before she went missing, that Doan abducted her, held her at gunpoint for 5 hours before she finally convinced him to drive her home. They also noticed extreme examples of obsessive behavior, super controlling, like couldn't let her go anywhere without knowing who she was seeing, where, when she was going to be back, just needed control over every facet of her life.
Mhm.
And then she was last seen a little bit before midnight on August 28th. She was dropped off at her house after going to a volleyball game with 2 friends, and one of her neighbors mentioned that they heard her leave her house in her car a few minutes after arriving. So she gets back from the volleyball game. A few minutes later, gets in her car and takes off.
So I think there's a lot of folks out there that think Vincent the D-bag is probably tied to this crime. But Justice League, I know we were talking about that prior to going live. Did you think that he was the culprit?
I do not, for a couple different reasons. The main one I want to bring up, I want to leave as like a little nail biter at the end. But the main thing is, it's very clear. He was the first person in Ohio to be convicted of murder where there's no body, no blood, no DNA, no weapon, no eyewitnesses.
Yeah. And the biggest thing here is we know, you know, a beautiful woman goes missing, and we know that Vincent the D-bag, you know, had the history of I would say extreme violence, very abusive. And you know, I think Culberson even, you know, alerted authorities at some point about Doan smashing car windows. I think you know, Michaela, you said something about that. But I don't. And you know, it goes past just the car. You know, there's the physical beatings where I believe he left her kidneys bruised. I think that was in 1995, 1996. I think she kind of reaches out for help to authorities, and like I think it was 96, and I'm trying to go back to remembering covering this case, but I know that she went to authorities about it. She was hit in the head by a space heater they had in their house. All these things are lining up, and I know that you said, Michaela, they were due in court. I think it was September of 96. Regarding these complaints, regarding this domestic violence, and even Carrie's family, said all these things. The abduction, all these things. It was at gunpoint, but what we don't know is the clear evidence of it.
Yeah.
And there's the last seen reports. August 28th in 96, she was last seen at 11:30 at that volleyball game. I think she was with a couple friends at the time.
He ended up showing up at that volleyball game.
Yeah.
So he showed up unannounced and was causing a ruckus about her not going to a separate court hearing that he had to go. It was for traffic court. And so he showed up and was making a fuss that she wasn't going to be with him, or wasn't going to go with him, because she at the time had been trying to avoid being alone with him.
Yep.
They had this court case coming up. Like, obviously he's an unsafe person. So she was taking steps to protect herself. And so she even refused. He offered to give her a ride home, and she refused and got a ride home with her two friends, just trying to avoid being alone with him.
Yeah. And I think that's a really good way to put it. She was attempting to space herself away from Doan at this point. And we know the last time she was seen, it was 11:30 p.m., August 28th, 1996, when she allegedly, I believe she was dropped off at her residence after attending this volleyball game with her friends. I know there's neighbors, that were close at that time, that say that she actually ends up leaving her house, after the fact that she's dropped off a few minutes later. And that's the moment that nobody has heard from her. But her 1989 Honda CRX disappears. I believe her mom kind of knows her that morning. Her car wasn't there. She's wondering where the hell she's at. And, when you think about it and you look back at the things that Carrie was going through, she's going through a domestic violence relationship. She's going through and I'm sure that every one of us know somebody that was in a nasty relationship where you're trying everything you can do to put separation between you and the person causing the issues. And she did that. I believe that she did that.
Yeah.
But when you go ahead.
Oh, no, you're fine.
I just think, when it comes down to it, you can do so much, but at the end of the day, it doesn't seem that there's enough protection. You know what I'm saying? She went to the volleyball game with her friends. She's getting dropped off at home. She's doing these things where she believes that she's safe. But what car did she get in that night?
Her car.
Right. But there's
where was she going?
There's also some things that don't add up to that. When he was testifying, he changed his story a couple times. Obviously, if you're wrongfully getting convicted of murder, you're going to be shell shocked. I don't know if you're going to be in the right headspace, for one. But one thing that stuck out to me was one of its testimonies was she showed up to the house honking and everything, and he could tell she was intoxicated. Well, they asked her friends, and they said, oh, well, while she was out, she only had one drink.
Well, I
how
think
many
she was.
times do we lie to our to somebody and say, "Oh, he only had one drink,"
But I think the night that she went out, she was designated driver that night.
but they
Yeah.
admitted that she had at least a drink?
Right.
How many times do we do that for somebody?
Right.
Oh, how much do they have to drink? Oh, they only drank one.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah.
Here's my question. It says they never found the car. They never found the body. They never found any DNA.
Yeah.
They never found anything. And she's
Mhm.
still presumed just missing. They presumed her dead. They didn't even. They haven't found any concrete evidence.
Right.
That's why it's unsolved.
So
But I think, Dylan, you hit it earlier. How many times did Doan the D-bag change his story? I think it was 3 times. You know, I believe he said at one point that Culberson went to, to his house and he came out
in a
naked
towel
or towel,
something.
yeah, and told her that he didn't want to be with her. He didn't want to love her. He didn't want to, and she, I don't believe that part of the story is true, because if you look at the volleyball game, there's eyewitnesses that say that she's trying to avoid him.
Mhm.
Why would she go with, to his house that night?
So Sturge, Michaela,
Mhm.
one thing we like to talk about on here, and correct me if I'm wrong, is serial killers, right?
Mm-hmm.
What about a suspected serial killer
Let's hear it.
that is linked to this? Someone that is
Was
from
it the Zodiac killer?
Nope.
No, I know.
Someone that is from Hillsborough, Ohio. They think, just from links and everything, that he has 2 to 4 victims, but obviously could have a lot more. They know that his crime started in at least 98. But he's he's friends with somebody with the last name Messer that also knew Doan. This guy is currently incarcerated, spending the rest of his life in prison. Michael Folk. Fogt.
I've actually not heard that before.
Mm-mm.
Now, so we're getting into ideas here. I do know that there was I believe it was a former police chief, Richard Payton, who was actually close friends with the Doan family, and he even pretty much tells the family that Doan was, a prime suspect in the case.
Mm-hmm.
But it always confuses me, because if you have somebody like kind of close to a case, do you trust people like that?
Well, I feel like he should have recused himself in that
I agree.
instance. Like, even just some of the most tangential relations in law, like, you have to take that into account. Otherwise, it's grounds for a mistrial.
Mm-hmm. And if you look at that whole situation, I believe it was Police Chief Richard Payton that was in charge of the property of the disappearance, and he doesn't shut it down. And there was footprints that were discovered on the floor of a pond that was close by. I think they even drained it, or it was a drain pond. But it's believed that Vincent had several of the people in his family. He had a lot of people that he knew that could have very easily removed the body of Carrie. This is something that, because he was warned. The family already knew somebody in the police department at the time. And you say recuse themselves, they shouldn't even been a part of it.
Yeah. Not only was there like a clear conflict of interest, but the police chief Payton actually ended up warning the family that he was bound to become a prime suspect in her case.
Yep.
And they started searching the Doan family property about 5 days after her disappearance.
Mm-hmm.
But Chief Payton allowed the Doan family's property to be left unattended overnight during the search for evidence. So, like you said, the pool discovered on the floor of a drain pond, and one of the kind of theories is that Doan and maybe some relatives removed Culberson's body from the pond during the evening hours when the site wasn't secured. They were guessing that they had left her body in the pool. Then,
The pond. I think it was a pond.
Pond.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's what I was trying to explain. But yes.
Yeah, my bad.
No, you're good. I'm drunk,
yeah.
so I'm super glad that you can actually put all this together.
I'm working on it. I'm trying. The math is all lining up. It's a beautiful mind. But normally, like, evidence sites or sites of potential crimes, like that's what the tape is for. It's so that it is left undisturbed and is left, and like they keep an eye on it, but it was left unattended, and then new footprints are found.
Yeah. And what's kind of interesting about the case is that Doan was actually charged with not only the kidnapping, because I think it's pretty clear that he had something to do with it, but he was also charged with the murder.
Yeah, that's a thing that kind of trips me up is no body, no murder.
Right.
Like I feel like there's a time and a place to enact justice for victims of domestic violence, but I think it's also really important to do it in the right way. And it feels like he might have been convicted for being a total piece of shit and not necessarily a murderer.
Yeah. But what you do know, I believe that there's evidence of that night where I believe there was neighbors even that claimed that they had saw Doan assaulting her that night. And of course, Doan the D-bag, it's the nickname that's been given by American Whiskey, Sip and Solve, right? He's pleading the fifth when he goes to trial, which he has the right to do that. He's utilizing his Fifth Amendment rights during the proceedings. But, you know, the prosecution has evidence that Doan's violent. End of story. He's controlling. He's abusing Culberson. And possibly, like, does that just happen over a period of time, or at some point does that escalate to murder?
I mean, it's stepping stones to it, yes.
Oh, absolutely,
in my opinion.
But they've thrown away the key, locked him up, thrown away the key without any pure evidence. I mean, he was a piece of shit.
Doan the D-bag. That's how he got the nickname.
But he, might have been a serial weirdo and and stuff, which is no bueno. But
right,
no bueno. But
got him good there. Doesn't make you a murderer, right? That's what you're saying. Yeah. You're saying just because you're a douchebag, to be honest with you, he's a real big fucking douche. That's my opinion.
Right.
So can I hit on the facts of why I think it was Michael instead of Doan?
Hold on.
Or do you have more to add?
Let me just skim my notes real quick to see if there's anything else. Because, all of the evidence is, in fact, circumstantial. Like a cellmate of Doan's testified. The defensive strategy was that Culberson was probably still alive, no physical evidence, and dozens of sightings of her car and her. And they also tried to point out that all of the people testifying against Doan were known to be habitual liars. Or they had criminal records. Which, in order to exonerate himself, he's also casting himself down, where it's like, well, they have criminal records. They can't be trusted. So do you, motherfucker.
Yeah. And I think when it comes to the prosecution of him, and you see this a lot in cases when the prosecution is trying to make a case, right? They got one job. They're charging a crime, somebody, they're trying to win it, correct? Well, sometimes they're going to put somebody that Doan was celled up with at jail. they're going to try to, I'll cut you a deal, tell me this and that. But
Mhm.
what we do know that Doan was incarcerated with a fella that allegedly, he had been told from Doan that he thought that Carrie was cheating on him. And what did he have to do? If she's cheating on me, I'm fucking killing you. I'm gonna make you pay. So, he lays awake knowing that she's cheating on him. And so what does he do? He makes his plan. He ends up killing her. So, there's that part. But how much can you take the truth of a fellow incarcerated person? I don't think that you can take a lot from it. I'm not taking that away from Doan. I'm not saying that he's not guilty, but I'm saying that I'm not taking the fucking word of somebody that the prosecution's questioning, probably making a deal with.
Oh, 100%.
Probably making a deal with. And I'm not backing up Doan at all. I'm just saying that's a shitty.
Tell us what you want to hear, and we'll give you some
Mhm.
time off your
Right.
sentence.
And that's what I
Yeah.
mean.
Yeah,
100%.
exactly.
I mean, you're not wrong.
But I know that the defense said, I know when the prosecutor, or not the prosecutors, but the defense, I guess, the defense, they argued in trial that Culberson was probably still alive. That they're trying to back up down here. They pointed in crew, you just hit it. They pointed out of the lack of physical evidence, I guess.
Mhm.
She had never been proven that she was dead. There was actually, to be fair, if you go back and look at this case, there's actually evidence of multiple people saying that they saw her.
Mhm.
Right.
There were sightings of her. And not only her, but I believe her car, correct? I think they had actual people calling in that they saw her and her vehicle after the fact that she's disappeared. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are going to say this and this. You see, if there's 10 people that see a crime and that takes place, it might have been a Honda Civic gray with an orange hoodie, the person driving, but you ask 10 people and the hoodie's a different color and the car's a different model.
Right.
So I don't believe that that's something that we can take into point, but
Mhm.
you back up and you realize that here's what gets it for me. She's separating herself from the person that's causing her the most harm, correct? She's
Mhm.
going with her friends to a volleyball game. She's getting dropped off at home. She's following the procedures that anyone would follow when they're feeling threatened.
Mhm.
And but I don't think that we can take away all of the sightings of her after the fact that she's gone.
Right.
So that's kind of where I'm sitting. I mean, I believe there was, I wouldn't say dozens, but there was a lot of sightings of her, supposedly when she was missing.
Yeah.
I don't know where we take that, but I wanted to add that.
She could be sipping mojitos on a beach somewhere.
And she very well could. I mean, honestly, I don't think that's the case, but I think it's a possibility. I mean, are these people that are calling in saying, "Hey, I saw her in her car"? Are they lying?
I mean, your mind can play tricks on you, especially if it's something high profile and you think you see something. I'm not discrediting them, but
you can't. You also have to look at. I mean, we're being devil. I mean, I guess I'm being devil's advocate.
Yeah.
But I believe that there was even tests. They testified. Was it Dunn's father or stepdad? It was either stepdad and mom or stepmom and dad. Both testified that they had visited Dunn's house between the time of this crime.
right.
And Dunn was there. The day that Culberson's disappeared, and he's at his house, sound asleep, nothing's going on. Now, are we talking about I love my son, I love my stepson, I'm covering for him? Or did they walk in? I mean, end of story. If he was asleep between what was it, 1 and 3 or whatever it is,
1 and 2, or
1
1:30 and 2.
1
Yeah.
and 2 o'clock in the morning, then he didn't do it.
But why are you going to your son's house at between 1:30 and 2 in the morning?
I mean,
Like,
I met a lot of crazy people that do weird things.
yeah, that's true. But like,
I don't think it's
how convenient that they just happen to be there.
well, I mean, it's is it a cover? You know, that's the question.
I think the last two things I wanted to touch on to kind of set Dylan up. So Police Chief Payton was later released from his duty as police chief and accused of assisting the Doan family to cover up the murder scene in 96. He was charged with obstruction of justice, but instead pled guilty to the lesser 2 counts of dereliction of duty, received a year's unsupervised probation, $750 fine, and a 90-day suspended jail sentence.
Yep.
Another person who was crucial in testifying against Doan was his half-brother's ex-wife. Yeah. Tracy
right.
Baker. She testified that they had seen him covered in blood, helped dispose of like a gun and all of this. She was found guilty of obstruction of justice
Yep.
in this specific murder case and sentenced to 8 years in prison. Lawrence Baker, Doan's father, was tried for obstruction of justice, but
Well, I mean, let's remember what Doan's father said, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's claiming that he saw his son between this hour and this hour in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is a big part of the case.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was acquitted, right?
Yeah.
What's that mean, guys?
That they couldn't prove it one way or the other.
There's just
They couldn't say that he was lying.
Right.
But they also didn't really prove that he was telling the truth. They just said we don't have enough evidence that you are lying.
Right. I think that the $750.
Right? For
What
a
the
fucking
fuck?
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
90-day suspended jail sentence.
Yeah, that's a little.
I mean,
Whatever.
don't tell my wife.
mean,
I'll end
if
up disappearing. She's like $750 and a suspended jail sentence. I'll get rid of Anthony.
Yep. Be like American whiskey has had to pivot.
Yeah, no shit.
Poor lead host's tragic disappearance.
Literally, but like if you look at this crime, Carrie, we can all agree on this. We don't know. I think we know. Dylan, I know you say you don't know that Dunn the D-bag did it.
I don't think he did.
Crew, he did it. Crew.
Yeah.
Did he do it?
I'm leaning more towards with Dylan here.
What?
I think, dude, if you've seen this guy, if you've seen this boat
got
guy,
this shit.
he's creepy, man. He is.
He might be fucking creepy, dude.
Dude, look at him.
I don't need to look at him.
I'm going
definitely
got
what
kids
if
tucked
Can
away
I
in
tell
his
you what I got?
Yeah, lay it out.
So, Bo is a convicted serial killer. He's gone on record and claimed 20 bodies.
Crime of opportunity bodies.
Okay, you say that.
I do say that. You know
The
what
reason
crime of
why
opportunity means?
They're saying the reason why he killed his wife was because she was a snitch and was going to snitch on him. In 1998, he shot his friend Jared Messer in his back on his own property. The same property that they found her clothes in that her mom identified. You want to know the connection between Michael?
I'm waiting, bub. You don't got to ask. Just tell it.
So he lived in McJunkin Road in Blanchester, Ohio in 1996, right next to Carrie Culberson's best friend.
You got me.
There's some ties here.
Wasn't there a lawsuit on that?
So I don't know how, but this guy was found guilty of a bunch of shit until he finally killed his wife and they found the body in a barrel. He was found not guilty of shooting his friend in the back somehow. Like, it's absurd. The place that they got the tip to look for these clothes, they said the barrel was there at the same time and they didn't find the barrel with his wife's body in it.
Hmm.
The police fucked this shit up so much
I'm not gonna lie, you got me.
that they could have had the killer right there and then, but they didn't find it.
Oh, I didn't know.
So
about
they just
this.
pinned it on
Kinda
D-Bag
hit
Doan
me.
and put him in prison for
Well,
life.
D-bag
Kind of
Doan.
hit me sideways on this part.
Like, this is stupid.
What about Tony the D-bag?
He's a weirdo.
He is a douchebag.
He beat
That doesn't
girl.
make him
He
a
needs to
murderer.
be in jail, but yeah, he didn't murder. Yeah,
I think he did.
But they found her clothes out of property that he was at. This folk guy.
Well, maybe they were friends.
They could have been.
he
Could've
was
been.
probably stuffing other people in barrels
Yeah.
too.
Just like motherfucking Hillside Strangler.
Oh,
Turns
fuck. What a case.
Yeah.
But this guy's
What a
already
case.
admitting to 20 bodies, and they only know of 2 to 4.
You know what I know, though? You go looking back at serial killers, right? You got the guy that was from Alaska. I know we talked about him. I can't remember his name. Where he's like, I'll tell you this. A lot of these guys admit to things they didn't even do. They do because they want the limelight. They want the fucking
Hey,
the
Anthony,
new. Yes, sir.
just look at this. Look at this.
I'm not looking at
Just
him.
look right here.
I'm not looking at
Turn
him.
around. Look
All
at
right,
it.
I'll look.
Look at this dude. He looks like a murderer.
Have you seen Doan?
Yeah, but that dude did it.
Doan didn't know.
That dude did it.
But here's my thought process. You know, we've got many trials, we've got serial killers, we got doing the D-bag, but what we can get at is it's fucking for me, and I know you guys think this too. It's heartbreaking that somebody's got to run for their goddamn life. She did. She ran for her life. She covered every basis. So what was it? A crime of opportunity there. She leaves the volleyball game. She goes fucking home. You know, what else does she have to do to protect her fucking self, man?
She could have been running from D-Bag Doan.
Well,
And
She
ran
was.
right into
Here's my
folks.
theory.
She was running from
she
him.
was running from D-Bag Doan.
And
She,
she ran right
went to her
into
him. No,
friend's
time
house,
out.
and
First
he
off-
fucking took her.
It's not D-bag Doan, it's Doan the D-bag.
Okay, Doan the D-bag.
He's a real
He
Doan
was
bag.
running from him. She went to her friend's house. She was intoxicated, and this guy saw it and took the opportunity.
Okay, so where's all these people? Dozens of reports that were reportedly seen her after this, and her car.
Well, I will say,
They could have had
That-
one or two beers too.
I was going to say that particular type of Honda CRX is like a pretty sought after type
Oh
of car.
Jesus, she's following me, guys.
I'm
Michaela,
just,
are you drinking my
sold-
tea?
I'm-
they sold
I'm
that
not
CRX
drinking any
for years.
Kool-Aid.
They're
I'm
still
just
selling it.
asking questions.
Did you look at the link I sent you?
Yeah, I've been.
What is the odds?
There's actual articles and
What is the odds that she is running for her life from this fucking douchebag?
And runs right into a serial killer.
No, it's
Serial
not
killer?
happening. It's crime of opportunity. The guy
He
that you guys
lived
are.
next door.
I understand that, but it's not a crime.
Because if
Okay,
you're-
most
because-
serial
okay.
killers are not kidnapping the people next door. They're literally going down a country road, seeing somebody broken down on the side of the road. It's a crime of opportunity. They're
Yeah.
not kidnapping the person next door.
hold on.
Okay, hold on.
But
Let
for
me pause
him,
it.
it was a crime of opportunity because
Yes.
she was
She
not
ran
his
into his
neighbor.
arms.
She
Yeah.
was her best
I'm
friend.
Okay,
neighbor.
hold on. Let me posit a scenario.
Yeah.
I'll raise my hand. So, Doan shows up at the volleyball game, giving her a hard time.
Mhm.
She goes back. She's pissed off. She's frustrated. She goes to her best friend's house, but it's like 1 a.m. Best friend doesn't answer. Neighbor sees.
She had a couple
Neighbor sees her
cocktails.
pull-
Right?
Yeah, at least a beer. Like
Yeah,
neighbor
one
sees
beer.
her pull into like the serial killer sees her pull up to her best friend's house and
No.
on her way to the door.
What-
I mean,
What's the likelihood of two serial killers living next door to each other?
He wasn't-
That's the crazy part.
First off, Doan wasn't a
But-
serial killer.
Okay, so he's a one-time killer.
No, he's a woman beater that can't get his fucking way.
No, see, look,
So he tried to kidnap her. It didn't work out. So she died.
crew, this is where you're
She
getting
was
things
killed.
mixed up. Doan was not Folk's neighbor.
Oh, okay.
Folks was neighbor with her best friend.
To be fair, Crew
Oh.
knows nothing about this. He's just tuning in.
So
just
I'm
talking.
saying that
that's
shit
what I'm
happened.
saying.
She didn't want to be there. She left and went to her best friend's house, and he found her outside.
There's no way.
I've seen
It
worse.
didn't happen. You
I
saw
mean,
what?
if I
You
get
seen
pissed
what?
off,
Mr.
I'm
Dahmer.
going to my best friend's house.
That's fucked up.
Dude, John Wayne Gacy was stuffing people in basements for years.
This guy was shoving them under garages.
Okay, so
Yeah.
literally because they came to his house.
They
came to his house.
She went next door to his house.
Yeah.
No, serial killers don't kidnap their neighbors. They don't do that.
Yeah, but
Oh,
he would know that she wasn't his
Is there
neighbor.
a law in the serial killer handbook that you can't kidnap
Yeah,
your
it's
neighbor?
called don't be a fucking dumbass. Be
I
honest.
think it's called "Don't Shit Where You Eat."
What? Thank
Jeffrey
you.
Dahmer
No, okay. Look,
He just eats the shit.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
on
Listen,
his apartment.
Yeah.
actually, slightly true, but slightly true.
Just eating pieces of shit for breakfast.
Here's what I will say. Nobody deserves to. No, honestly, I'll say it. No woman deserves to run for their life. Nobody deserves to be scared at a volleyball game, so where they have to leave the volleyball game. Doing the D-bag is absolutely the fucking person that did this. You guys think otherwise, I guess.
I don't think it was.
It was.
I'll send you your tinfoil hat, to protect you from our alien brainwaves.
I hate all of you.
You have to admit, I actually fucked you up a little bit.
No,
I'm
you
not
didn't.
sold on either person.
You know what
But-
crime of opportunity means? The opportunity has to be so great for them to make their move.
It was
Right.
a perfect golden
It was not.
opportunity.
It was not. How do you take away?
I just don't understand how there's not one lick of evidence. And
Right.
people have seen that girl.
Well, there is. They found
Multiple.
her clothes at folks' house.
Yeah,
But
that's true.
those could have been from a couple weeks before.
That's even worse.
I have no
That
comment.
means that she's there.
And he was like, so it was less
Thought
of
they
an
were dating.
opportunity and more of like a stalking and just like,
I also want to make everybody understand we've had some shit comments on YouTube because when we talk about these deaths, sometimes we get carried away and we start laughing. It's not that we're laughing at the crime, we're just laughing at each other. So
We're
I
fighting.
yeah, well,
Yeah.
but I want everybody to know she did not deserve this.
100%.
This was something that we're arguing back and forth on who did it during the D-bag, obviously. But it's a debate between us, but I just want to make sure everybody knows, like, obviously there's no funniness to this.
I mean,
obviously.
Sturge, there's one other possibility that we've hit on another case that is always a possibility here.
Okay.
What about the Women's Project?
I don't know, Bob. You gotta tell me.
If she was she was a golden case for abuse from her man.
Did they find the body?
No. So who's to say that
Okay, I'll
they
back
didn't
up.
make her disappear?
The body wasn't found?
They helped her disappear, make a new life.
The body was not found.
No.
I thought it was found at the pond.
I
no,
don't
there's
think
evidence that
body.
they removed something from the pond when it was drained.
Yeah, but there was something there that was evidence of her, right?
Her
No,
clothes.
just-
Or clothes that her mom said she wore before.
What does this mean? I mean, it's fucking clothes found that she wore, pal.
It was a yellow shirt
Okay.
that her mom said she wore stuff like that.
Okay.
Never, that is her shirt.
What a loser.
I mean, I'm just saying the facts of it.
No, I'm what a loser.
Am I wrong, Michaela?
Yes.
I'm so not getting in the middle of dad and
Yes.
dad's fight.
Dude, I have $3 and a boy. I know what my kids wear.
But
In the story.
her mom never said, that's her shirt.
She did. What'd she say? Yeah, my daughter wears a yellow shirt. That's not what she said, pal.
She said that's the style of stuff she wears.
That's not what she said.
From what I read, it was.
Well, you're reading CNN news. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you're going Fox News. I don't
and
care.
you're
It's
drinking
fake.
the Kool-Aid.
No, I'm not drinking the Kool-Aid. Den of the D-bag did it. I'm so sick of you, man. You make me sick.
Oh, I've missed you guys.
I will tell you this, Gail Davis. Let's read this here. I have always said, how can you convict a person of if murder without a dead body? I
Fair.
know Vincent still maintains his innocence and says there is new evidence being reviewed.
And then
Sorry,
she
I just read that so slow.
So Anthony,
Apologize.
Big Sturge.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Ooh,
But-
using the
Or
government
Facebook-
name.
No,
We
the
really are
Facebook
fighting.
link she sent is a post from Vincent Doan's page.
Mhm.
And on
Innocent?
August 28th, he posted today. It's been 29 years since the disappearance of Carrie.
Okay. So Doan saying this?
Yes.
Why wouldn't he?
No,
I hate
go
this
through
motherfucker.
this?
I hate this motherfucker. Fuck you.
He
Doan.
goes on about his innocence and everything, and he's talking about having responses from others, and they're waiting to get them to put it on paper.
Mm-hmm.
It says we have information about a young lady who worked in one of the UDFs in Blanchester on August 28th.
United Dairy Farmers.
Her last name was possibly Smith, who told her family member who worked at the courthouse during my trial that she seen Carrie purchasing beer at 12:30 that night. She disappeared. If anyone might know who this is, or this is you reading this, please reach out in Messenger.
Okay, so here I'll reach out to him live. Fuck you.
What a convenient last name of Smith.
No shit. Good name. Here, done the D-bag. Come on, American Whiskey.
He
And
can't.
we'll add him. We'll at
He
him.
can't.
Yes, we can.
He cannot from prison.
I will at him at prison, motherfucker. Shut
At
me.
prison.
I will. I can write him. I absolutely can write him.
Just
Get
make
on
sure you
American
don't fall in
Whiskey.
love with him, 'cause then
Here,
we'll be
here you
doing
go,
it.
pal. While you're in single file line getting cockroach dinners because you killed a woman because you couldn't have her because you're a douchebag,
Allegedly.
and that's why No, he did it. While you're getting, let me talk, please. First off, not allegedly. Doing the D-bag eating cockroach dinners because you deserve it. You're getting on here. If anybody at UDF scooping ice cream knows Smith, the fuck? You can't do a better fucking story? I don't know if you guys believe that Doan's innocent. That dude is a fucktard from fuck hell.
First off, I never said he was innocent.
He beat the shit out of Carrie.
He deserves to spend time in prison, but there's no
deserves
proof
life.
that he killed her.
Yes, there is.
And don't get me wrong, I think someone that puts their hands on a woman deserves more than just a year in prison.
Yeah, they should. He's getting what he's getting.
But that does not mean he's a murderer.
He's getting what he deserves. I can promise you that. From the backside.
What's he get?
He actually got his nose bit off by a dog in prison.
Good for him. Fucking
but the
douche.
state had to pay him.
So you guys, crew, you can honestly, I'm gonna ask you this. You can honestly, and actually, Michaela, we always side. I feel like we're like best friends. Like brother and sister.
Why are you putting me on the spot?
Shut up. Shut up.
Now you're trying to
I want to know you three fuckheads. That's what I'm going to ask you. All three of you fuckheads. You're telling me there's a chance that he didn't do it?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Because we don't know. Because
there's no evidence, Anthony.
Yeah.
You're in America.
Innocent
till proven
how would you
guilty.
feel right now if
All
a
right,
cop
let's
came
just-
in and handcuffed you and said, "Oh, there's no evidence, but we think you killed this
Who
person."
did I kill? I don't mistreat anyone. No, that's not a possibility. I didn't chase somebody to a volleyball game and say, "Bitch, get in my car." And listen, if I followed my wife, who's mad at me right now, first off, she went and got me a 30 rack of beers. I'm not that mad at her. She's mad at me. But if I chased her down and she goes missing, I think I have every right to be investigated until I can prove the fact that, like, look, girl, I was podcasting. She went and got beers. She disappeared. It's not like that my dad came over when I was a fucking sleep on the couch at 2:30 in the fucking morning for an alibi. No, I got crew here, Dylan here, Michaela's here. We're on live. I was going to say thousands of people that see it. But I was going to say thousands.
Did it?
I don't remember you being
Thousands
here
of
at
people
all.
are watching me on here, but honestly, 6. But it doesn't matter. 6 people see me here live. That's evidence.
You did disappear for a little bit in between podcasts.
I had to piss. I didn't smoke a cigarette, but
allegedly
smoked a cigarette. But my point is, you cannot take any you're innocent until proven guilty. But Bubba, you are so guilty.
He wasn't proven to kill anybody.
Yes. Oh my God.
Because there's no body.
I don't give up. So we're not going to convict people because of no bodies.
Well, okay. I mean, without a body, there is no actual evidence of murder.
Yes, that's
Just
true.
like with no body, no
Substantial.
murder.
That's
That's
not
just
true. Circumstantial gets people all the time.
I would
Well,
give
yeah,
you more
people
credit.
get convicted
I would be more
of-
on your side if they found bloody clothes, if they found
Gail,
something.
Gail, I love you to death. You were there holding my hand when I took a corn cob in the throat. But I'm telling you, this night that she disappeared, she was harassed by Doan the D-bag, right? Tracked down at the volleyball game where she went with multiple friends, goes home, and what is the evidence that he didn't do it? That mom and stepmommy showed up and he was a sleepy poo on the couch?
He might have the shittiest alibi, but there's no proof that he did it.
So
either.
okay, so in the United States of America, we can't convict people of a crime without a murder without the body. That's fucking crazy to me. Do you know how many people sitting in? Okay, so there's no body, so we're not going to put them in prison, even though that they did it.
It was the first time.
Israel Keys slaughtered people all over the United States. You know how many bodies he has? One.
It's more than this guy.
Jesus. Yes,
Sorry.
I think you can. No, Gail, I know you're not saying that. I'm just saying, I know there's no dead body. I know that. I am not saying that you're saying that he's innocent. But I am saying that you do not have to convict somebody over a dead body. You listen, that son of a bitch ought to be getting pound caked for his fucking breakfast in the morning.
I disagree.
Bullshit. I'm sick of this.
I think I showed more evidence of another
What?
killer.
You're talking about a serial killer or crime of opportunity. Do you know what the odds of crime of opportunity is?
I mean, he had more evidence against him than Doan ever did. I mean, it's facts.
got
Thanks for tuning into American Whiskey. I'm Big Secret.
yeah, this was our last ever sip and solve.
Thanks for having me, guys. You know,
Yep.
walk back to my neighborhood, to the neighbor's house.
Yeah. Sorry, you had to witness.
I told you you're going to be upset with me, but where there's smoke, there's fire.
And where there ain't no smoke, there ain't no fire.
No, stop. Doan had a lot of smoke too.
Okay, so okay. Let's back up. Oh, I just poured 120 gallons of whiskey on my table. Okay, so Patty Atkins, Gail, you love this case as much as anybody. Actually, everybody listening to this should really entail themselves in this case because then it could be solved. There's a woman in Marysville, Ohio, that it's a case that's haunting me, right? And actually, there's one in Clark County, which we're going to cover because the anniversary is coming up, but I don't want to say the name right now. I can't wait to talk to you guys about it. But Patty Atkins worked at Marysville, Ohio. Okay. She had an undercover relationship with a man that was married. And he didn't think that anybody knew about the relationship, but her sisters did. And look up Patty Atkins. We covered the case, Michaela. There's so much evidence, so much fucking evidence that he murdered her. Complete murder. There's she was 4-year-old daughter. Mama never came home. Okay, well, there's no body. Just let the motherfucker free. Well, he is free, but he killed her. You can absolutely 100% work a case without a body and prove the fact that somebody did it. You can absolutely do it. Okay, listen, maybe we're wrong. He beat her. He chased her down at a volleyball game. He fucking broke her bruised her kidneys. Fucking beat the shit out of her. Broke her car windows. What makes you think that he didn't do it?
But Sturge, I want to throw this in there.
Fuck you.
No, hold on.
No. So
there is more evidence that he did that to Patty Atkins.
No, there's not. There's no evidence that he was in a relationship with her, Dylan.
I didn't say there was evidence
There's no
he was in a relationship.
Okay,
there was the shirts that she bought him. There was the money.
Again, no receipts, no proof. Only proof that they had was what the sister said that she bought him. There's no actual evidence that she bought him the shirts. No evidence. She gave him $150,000 for her 401k. No evidence that went to him.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
And guess what? You know what he says? She disappeared. Doan the D-bag can sit in fucking prison. Sit in fucking prison and keep trying to get yourself out of it. How about you admit to the fact that you're a Doan the D fucking bag eating fucking spaghetti noodles and ramen noodles from your fucking bunkie that's making it for you because you're too much of a bitch to go try to fight for the microwave space because that's what you do. Because you're
You're
bitch.
wrong on this one.
You're a fucking bitch, Doan the D-bag.
You picked your killer from the get-go.
Okay, Gail, if she's alive, what evidence? Okay, you said there's zero proof that she is dead. Where's the proof she's alive? Where's the proof that she's alive? She loved her family. If my wife disappeared tomorrow, who's getting looked at?
Crew.
True.
Yep. It's always the neighbors.
Tied up in her basement. Tied up in his basement.
It's always the neighbors.
No, but there's zero proof that she is dead. There's zero proof that she's alive. Zero. And don't give me the bullshit that she's alive because Patty Atkins, there's people every year that call in and say they saw her in Canada. She's not there. She's not there. Carrie Culberson is not alive. Now, you could go Dylan's route. Actually, Dylan, I'll tell you this. You always talk about the Women's Project, right?
Yep.
You've done it quite often. We've talked about cases. You talked about Patty Atkins in that. You talked about multiple people. Actually, the case in Clark County, we've talked about it. Well, hold on. You've talked about, I would take the fact that she disappeared under the Women's Project before I ever thought that man killed the neighbor killed her.
Well, I will say I 100% do not believe that Patty Atkins falls under that.
How not?
Because there was no sign of
there wasn't
there between her and that guy.
There wasn't. Not between her and that guy, but her ex-husband that she had a kid with. She was running from him.
But she wanted to be with this guy. Like,
I know that, but she was also running for her fucking life. And according to him, she knew him, and that was it. That's all there was to it. They were friends. So we could go under the Women's Project to where they helped her disappear. And I'm not gonna lie, has the Women's Project ever helped women disappear? Yeah, they have. But Doan the D-bag's a murderer. He's a fuck face that should eat fucking cockroaches for the rest of his life.
That's
ass pounded in his cell. That's the way I feel.
That's all speculation.
It's not no. I'm telling you, he should get ass pounded. That's not speculation. That's fact. Maybe I'm a douchebag. Gail maybe never want to talk to me again. That's fine. I actually love you, Gail. I'd absolutely take a cob in the mouth again if you let me. Listen, I'm trying to be. Listen, I get Dylan. I get what you're saying, crew. Actually, fuck all three of you. But a serial killer. I think they say there's 40 something serial killers active in the United States. Do you think they're killing their neighbors?
He didn't kill his neighbor.
Well, she was at her friend's house, right?
It killed his neighbor's best friend, which
maybe it was a crime of opportunity then.
That's what I was trying to get across to you.
Yeah,
you're too mad to listen. Serge, okay, now that you're thinking about this, no, hold on.
Yeah, I was like,
now that you're thinking about this,
no, I'm not thinking about it.
Let me throw this out. No, seriously.
Great time for Burned Out Winery commercial.
You're a dick.
I didn't put it together until just now.
That's what I'm saying. Maybe she had a couple drinks, was going to her friend's house, and he intercepted her. That's not far-fetched. That's crime of opportunity all day.
I hate to admit it. But can I also say, well, let's read Gail Davis's. Gail Davis said, I think Carrie is dead. I think Vincent is guilty, but I have always held that I don't know how you convict without the proof of a body. You can do it. It happens all the time.
I mean, yes, you can, but I think what Gail is getting at is like, should.
But she's pretty much saying that Vincent the D-bag did it.
No, she's saying that he shouldn't have been. No, she's saying that he
shouldn't.
No,
she said, I think Vincent is guilty.
Oh my God. No, she's saying that we don't know because he got convicted without very much proof, and she's saying that Hold.
So, Sturge, I agree with what you were saying. This guy Doan deserves a lot of what he's
Getting
getting.
cockroach sandwiches and pounded from the back.
But he did not deserve to get convicted
But
of
does
murder.
okay, let me ask you this. Does he deserve cockroach sandwiches?
I
He
think,
talks in the what?
Do you think he deserves getting pounded in the ass?
I think he's had too many of them.
Okay, but Gail says, I think Carrie is dead, and I think Vincent is guilty. But then she puts but I'm telling you, that's what she thinks. Yep, I win.
No, you don't.
That's all.
Because Michael did it.
Crew, be honest. The crew, did Donut the D-bag do it?
I think they both did it at the same time.
No.
Just an Eiffel Tower of murder
Who's to say Michael didn't know Vincent?
Yeah, what if they were
in cahoots.
criminals together?
Shut up.
All right.
Right? Hillside Stranglers. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, can I dive into this? She said, I don't know if I could have convicted him without the shadow of doubt. Here's where
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Like if I
If
were
I'm
sitting on the
sitting in-
jury.
Yeah. I see
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Yeah, guilty for sure. 100%. One. Okay, can we all agree on this? Don the D-bag. Mike Glassburn and I made that nickname for him. Great nickname.
Don't know the guy. Can't say it.
Are you fucking
I couldn't say it.
I know.
Justice
You
is like,
choked
what
up
an
in the
angel. What an angel. Lady beater. Fucking douche.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. So here's where I come from though. When you there's so many crimes out now, are there people in prison that are in it innocently? I do believe that. I believe
Vincent.
Oh my god. He's not innocent.
He's innocent of murder.
No, he's
Well,
not.
see, we actually also don't know that. That's the thing that's so frustrating about this is like no one will know because he's been
My girl.
convicted, so the case is closed. And I just don't think that things were thought out very well.
Where's her body?
In her Honda somewhere.
Do you really believe that?
No, I don't think that after 30 years or 30 odd years, I think that the likelihood of her being alive is pretty low unless she was able to get out and get away safely.
Here's what I think about it. Let's just say I want to disappear, which I do.
I got a trunk for you.
That's not funny. You know I hate trunks. That's not funny. That's actually my biggest fear. That's not cool. But if let's just say, Michaela, say you want to disappear.
Mm-hmm.
How hard would it be to disappear for 30 years?
In this day of ages,
Pretty
almost
difficult.
impossible.
Okay, I win.
That was 30 years ago.
Well, that's why I said
What
that
do you mean 30 years ago. It's still today, bub.
Oh, no, I think what Crew's saying is like it was a lot easier to disappear back then and stay disappeared. Because if you have the time to recreate your new identity and then that's what is your forward presenting one, then
Nice. I'm gonna get new crew. I'm gonna get a new crew on this shit, man. I'm gonna get like new
we've all been fired.
podcaster. Just like a new.
You asked me to do research.
No, fuck you.
You asked me to sit here. I wanted to go.
No,
You
you're
did ask
fucking
him.
Dylan off over in the yonder, and that's no.
I had evidence.
What's your evidence?
Her clothes that
That's not. Where's the body?
I tried to dismiss the clothes and you wouldn't let me.
I'm so sick of your
Found
shit.
at Michael's place.
So done with you.
Didn't I try to dismiss the clothes?
You did.
And who wouldn't let me?
Me.
So
Looks like I can admit it. Looks like I can admit it.
That's
does
true.
Michael have
Admitting it is half the battle.
I think Michael let
I'm
Donna
fucking
D-bag
crying.
bury her there.
But there's no evidence that Don't even knew Michael.
I mean, I get that. I get that. I mean, I understand what you're saying. Can you at least understand me?
I do.
Done the D-bag deserves cockroach sandwiches and ass pounds in a cell. Can I at least get that? Sorry. What's going on? What is
It's a
it?
phone call.
Is it down in the D bag?
No, talk.
Oh fuck. We got a work call.
What's up, buddy?
Hello.
Yeah.
Fuck it. So pretty much Dylan's saying Dylan the D bag did it. Okay. Obviously he
Yeah,
can't do it.
that's yeah. I mean, I'm pretty.
Obviously,
That's what
he can't.
Dylan's been saying the whole time.
That's what I'm saying. And I just
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
no,
Gordon
I back you up.
Chinaman
I got
said
you.
it's really not hard to disappear even today. That's not true, Chinaman. I'm done with your shit. But I'll read the rest. There have been missing cases that people have been found 30 years later. Yeah, kids that are kidnapped when they're little. How to disappear as an adult is very difficult, but to kidnap a child that's young and brainwash them and then give them a new identity, very easy. You're not wrong. 30 years later, there's not how many people do you know that are 50, 60 years old that have been found in the United States 30 years later? That are 56 years old, 56 years old, I know. None. I'll just do the research right now. Let me do it. None. Okay, now you know kids, you see it, milk carton kids from the 80s and 90s realize that mom and dad fucking kidnapped them out of Big Bear. And then they realize, hey, I was kidnapped when I was a kid. Yes, Gordon, you're right. But a fucking mid-20, how old was she? Can we look that up?
Yeah.
How old was she? I just
She was born in 1974. She'd be 51 now. So
Okay.
she was late 20s.
So would you reckon that she would remember being kidnapped?
Oh wait, no, she'd be early 20s. Sorry, I know how to do math.
So 50-ish? Yeah. Okay. Point proven. I win. Even Dylan approves. I know Dylan's not sitting in his chair, but he just yelled
He's
over everything.
approving. Yeah.
I
thought I heard that in the background. You were right the whole time,
It's
Sturge.
okay. Can we all agree with this?
I agree with you, Sturge.
It's shut up. What is the odds that she is in a massive fight with the man that she loves? Right? We can all agree that we've been in relationships that weren't healthy, right? So you know it's not healthy, but you still love them. What is the odds that somebody beat the fuck out of her, bruised her fucking kidneys, beat the shit out of her, insulted her in every way? That night, she tries to get away. She's at a friend volleyball with some friends, and that. So we're talking about what are the odds here, right?
Yeah.
What are the odds that she disappears that same night that he is going after her? It's clear he went to the volleyball game. It's proven that he went to the volleyball game, right?
Mhm.
People saw him there. What is the odds that she disappears that night? So I'm going off of the odds here. I think you can convict off of that. You can convict at the fact that you probably did it. I know it sounds so bad.
I know, because that's the hard thing is like
Bad.
even
I'm so wrong about that.
I mean, but I think I get the gist of what you're trying to say. It's like his pattern of behavior, it's not a big intuitive leap to think that he would be easily escalated to murder. Like I agree with you. I don't think it's a big like, oh, but what if moment. But I'm just saying that I think it was irresponsible to convict him when there was an incomplete and clearly obstructed investigation. Like they should have done it right.
I appreciate your opinion.
Sure.
I appreciate the opinion. I'm just, just don't agree.
Yeah, that's your opinion.
I'm just saying. Well,
yeah.
I don't want to say it out loud for everybody to hear, but
especially those in the back.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to make it say it here, but you're so wrong. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I know that you're saying stuff. I know that you're saying.
Well, people get convicted on less.
True. And I think that is also fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
That's interesting. Okay. Well, I mean, let's be honest. Is it fair that somebody committed a crime, but there's not enough evidence, so you let them go free? What if they did it?
You're innocent until proven guilty.
What if you did it?
There's no proof of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting to me. I love you guys.
Yeah.
But Michael, on the other hand,
asterisk.
What?
Michael, on the other hand,
The serial killer.
I don't like that. I don't like him for this one. I don't like him for this one.
I mean, the clothes were found at his place.
I need the evidence. Let me see the clothes.
That's literally more evidence.
Well,
than
give me
they
the
found
let me
it.
see. Okay, then let me see the clothes.
So his or her mom's word isn't enough for you?
So you're taking his dad and stepmoms?
Yeah.
So you think they went to his house at 2:30 in the morning?
Fuck
so
no,
I'm
they
sleeping.
didn't. There's
No,
something shady as fuck going on there too.
Yeah.
Well, that's fair. At least you.
But
admit
Michael has a lot to do with this.
that. Why'd they lie? Did they not know what he was doing? So they just covered him?
Probably.
Probably, honestly.
Sturgis,
That's
like,
shitty.
It's that whole it's that whole one beer thing. Be like, yeah, they only had one beer. Like, oh yeah, I totally was at my stepson's house at 1:30 to 2 in the morning, and he was asleep like a little baby on his couch. But I can totally verify that. I just didn't want to disturb the sleeping angel.
Mm-hmm.
Sturgis, if I was in some shit, you'd be like, we were hunting last night. Is there proof? We were in the fucking woods.
Nope.
You'd make some shit up.
I'm lathering my table, my podcast table.
Yeah, just
That's what it
well seasoning it.
I hope so.
You-
I poured so much on it. I don't know what happens with it, but I hope it's nice.
It'll become sticky.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
no sugar in whiskey, right?
What's that?
Technically, there's no sugar in whiskey.
No. Nope.
So it should make it look a lot better.
So you season your wood with whiskey.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, as of tonight, I did.
Tomorrow he'll use it as
Good.
lube.
So we can all, that's crazy. So we can all get, on the same point that, I mean, I'm just going to sum it all up for us.
Okay.
Done the D-bag did it.
Nope.
I'm big,
I won't agree with that.
you have to.
I won't. We'll sit here all night and debate this.
I'm not going to.
So Michael did it. We are American
No,
whiskey.
I'm not doing that.
What are we doing then?
What did Michael do to deserve this?
He
There's a
killed.
whole webpage.
He literally got caught trying to hide his wife's body in a 55-gallon barrel.
What'd she do? Well, but here's my question. What'd she do to him?
Oh
According
my
to his family,
god.
she knew something was going to snitch on him.
Exactly. My point.
Did she know that he killed Carrie?
My point. No.
So he
Wait.
just doubled down murder.
Wait a minute. She knew about it.
Ooh, maybe Carrie's his new
Light
wife.
bulb.
It's clicking.
It's clicking. Surge.exe has stopped working.
Hey, Don. Hey, Don the D-bag. How you doing, pal? I still think you should eat cockroach sandwiches, but maybe not the house pounds.
Maybe one or the other.
Maybe you didn't do it. It might be possible.
You know what? Hold on.
My bad.
I will accept Sturge saying maybe he didn't.
Maybe he didn't do it.
Yeah.
Probably did.
We can I
Well,
I
accept that.
actually totally agree. Maybe didn't, probably did, but the fucked up thing is that we won't know because they just like railroaded the fucking investigation.
Let's do an American. That's true. I give you that.
Maybe one day
I give you
Michael
that.
will come out and say, hey, her body's right here.
Why'd you point
Mhm.
under your table, Dylan?
I didn't
Oh,
put it under
Jesus.
the table.
It
Dylan.
looked like you
Oh,
just
like
went,
this.
her body's right here. Right here. I saw
This
that.
has got to be the
You
worst
suck.
true crime podcast known to man.
Why?
Good one
Because
for me to come in on. That's
No, it's just
Because
it's so fucking ridiculous.
yeah.
And I love every bit of it.
I think it's because I changed her mind a little
You
bit.
remember when we got shit on for 2 months by that one podcast?
Oh, the Gypsy Rose fucking believers.
I hope they.
Which also, Gypsy Rose is also a not super cool thing to, you know.
But to be fair, all they do is look at one side.
Yep.
Mm.
Her mom absolutely manipulated her, which created a fucking demon.
Right. Well, and we've like delved into nature versus nurture too.
Yep,
like if you spent your whole life being shit on by someone who's supposed to protect and like take care of you, and then you find out like the whole thing has been a lie and they've actually just been poisoning you to make you sick for attention for them.
Can I do something kind of fucked up?
Have we not been doing that the whole time?
Slightly. I'm gonna Google the name of the podcast and add them.
Oh no.
Because I want to shit on them.
Dylan, why didn't you take Sturge's phone away?
I know I'm supposed to be grounded.
I know. I was like, both of you are supposed to be grounded from your phones.
Sorry,
Sturge, we're not doing it because last time you stressed over it for 2 months.
Yeah, but then I shit on them.
Yeah, but you were shitting your britches the whole time.
That's actually kind of true.
So let's not do that.
So someone grab his phone. Don't do it.
How about this? I'll do this for you.
Proud of you.
But if they're listening.
Yeah, they're listening. Fuck them.
Okay. You need to look at the Casey Pitzer case here in Wilmington. Do you know people? I'd love. Let's do that. Casey Pitzer. Write that down, somebody.
I am doing it.
Take a snapshot of that, please.
I got it.
I honestly believe I'm right and you're wrong.
As I would
you
expect.
said maybe.
No, I said I didn't add everything up. I didn't add everything. You know I'm not good at math.
I'm not a maths guy.
That's fair.
So does the wife in a barrel calling her a snitch?
Well, and then I realized I was like, maybe the wife found out about the murder. So he was like, well, I'll kill her too. Kind of adds it up.
So now he believes you?
No, I don't. No, I do not.
It sounded like it, didn't it?
So you're saying there's a chance.
Yeah.
Mr. Stirred with an E over here poking the bear. Yeah, I already commented on YouTube. That's why I threw my phone.
So you're like, all right, I'll put it down. Just kidding. I already did it, motherfucker.
I already did it.
Yeah, I already done.
Yeah, wait. They're gonna like snapshots. But look at their gay studio. They're so stupid. Meanwhile, I don't care.
Why don't you guys have an episode about Gypsy Rose again?
Let's do it. Should we?
We could do it. Yeah.
No, I'm saying why don't?
Let's do it. We got like 700 views in like 4 minutes.
You just totally missed my point. That's all they talk about.
No, let's do it. We'll just talk about how much we support Gypsy Rose, and they'll just melt down. They'll just completely melt. Let's do. What do they call that when you like make fun of something?
Troll.
No, like there's like where you take a case and you just completely fucking butcher it on purpose. No, it's called something like they'll make like scary movies and like.
Oh, a satire.
Yeah, we'll just satire the fuck out of them.
A parody.
We'll parody the
Weird Al them.
Well, we can't show our faces because they're too scared to do that.
I'm showing mine. I'm showing my whole 392-pound body.
Well, they talk all that shit, but they don't show a face on the podcast.
They call me fat. They're like, "Who's this guy? He can't even fit in a chair."
Me?
No, no, what?
I'm going home.
Fuck, dude, you don't want to be on this podcast. They'll insult the fuck out of you and I.
It's all right,
dude. So one day we did this podcast over Gypsy Rose. I go to work. I didn't look at shit for like 2 days. I get on there and I was like, "Holy shit, we just gained like 75 followers on YouTube and like fuck tons of views." So I get on there and I start looking at the comments and they're just completely trashing the fuck out of us about Gypsy Rose and how much we're like, they were making fun of me, Dylan, Michaela, and these guys are just commenting back like, fuck you. I'm over here wearing my heart on my sleeve. Like,
he's like, man, they're being rude.
They called me fat. And then Dylan's like, did you miss the fucking grand point of everything? They're talking about the case. I'm like, yeah, but did you hear him call me fat?
Yeah, I stopped listening after that.
I
Anthony
was
calls
so
me
pissed.
fat every day.
Once
so-
you like,
That's
if you
gross.
have to devolve to personal attacks and like your argument is already invalid, like argue the states of the
But
cat.
we got
Like,
shit on. They were like making fun of like our cameras, and then Dylan commented and said, "That's funny. Where's yours?" Because they have none. It's all volume, right? Wasn't it all
Yeah.
volume, Dylan? You can't even see their face. I can literally shit in the toilet and see more of a face. Like there's no face in their podcast. Their podcast sucks. It's not even good. Their volume, their production sucks. We're talking about Carrie Culberson case. People in our fucking comments know more about it than we do, but we're having a good time. We're trying to raise awareness. Obviously, Done the D-Bag did it, but we're trying to raise.
asterisk.
You know, every time I write the description, I said, "Listeners' discretion is advised." Because bitches, you don't know what you're getting.
Yeah, because we are a tour de force.
Y'all bitches don't know what you're getting, but we're never quitting. Got him.
Oh, bars. Somebody write that
Yeah.
down. Somebody write that
Write
down.
it down because I'll forget.
Oh, he'll remember it tomorrow and fucking kill it.
That's true. Well, I think Done the D-Bag did it, although it does make sense that serial killer killed his wife because she knew about the murder. I'll give you that.
So if that makes sense, then how did Doan do it?
I just want Taco Bell now, and I'm not supposed to have it, but I want it.
A scourge.
I want it bad. I want it
If
so
Shall we do a
serial
Taco
killer
Bell run?
Killed
I'm
his
thinking
wife.
so.
If she knew about it, then how did Doan do it?
Suck what? What you say? I misunderstood you.
I think what Sturge is saying is it there are just holes in the case.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what yep, that sounds about right.
Yep.
Well, listen, guys, I'm gonna go try to figure out how to download the My Taco Bell app.
You find it in the App Store and you click download.
Is there a My Taco Bell app?
There is a Taco Bell
Yeah.
app.
You're shitting me.
No, I'm not shitting you. You can even create your own $5 cravings box
Hard
in the
side?
app. No,
He doesn't need it, Michaela.
Oh, I'm getting
mean-
it. I promise you that.
sorry.
Damn it. Crew, I need you to take me to Taco Bell.
Drunk. I can't drive.
I'm
I don't
drunker,
condone
but
drinking and driving.
I'm drunker.
But Sturge needs a designated drunk driver.
Yeah, I don't think
What's
the cops
that
give
one
a shit
app?
about that.
What's that one app they give you the food?
DoorDash.
Yeah, see, I knew there was something.
Last time we DoorDash Taco Bell, we didn't get it.
Probably
That's not
spent
true. We got down here the
$50.
last time, and we got like 7 more tacos than we were ordered.
No,
We woke up. We were watching a scary movie down here, dude. We did this a month or two ago. We woke up and there's like 9 tacos just sitting on the fucking table.
I thought we went and got
No, we didn't, dude. They door tested it. You don't remember that? And they were
Nope.
like passing our house, and Dylan just beliberated this motherfucking driver. It was amazing. It was fucking amazing.
Sounds like me. I was like, don't take that to crew.
Crew's over there running it down too. Like, that's mine.
That was probably DoorDash McDonald's, so we're good.
Fuck, I love the big chicken. We'll
Oh,
talk about it when we get off.
the
We'll talk about
fucking
it when we get off.
spicy McChickens.
Josh, shut up.
Add some pickles and mustard on
I
that
haven't
bitch.
eaten. Dylan and I haven't ate. Well, Dylan ate a couple sandwiches earlier, but I haven't ate since McDonald's this morning.
Oh damn.
I'm gonna go Google
Yeah, you should.
a serial killer and
I'll send you the link.
beg somebody with an app to order me some food.
Well, and maybe we found a follow up for our next time episode.
What,
Maybe
Taco Bell hunting?
Yeah, no, Michael Vogt.
Who's that?
Cereal.
It's the guy that did it.
I wanted to look up the Casey Pitzer case.
Oh yeah.
I win. Fuckheads.
You just don't want to talk about the real killer.
Yeah, Sturz
not
just
proven.
isn't ready.
Well, according to Gail,
He's not ready.
not proven. Nobody. All right, so I'm gonna go figure out this create your own box. That's fine.
Thanks for having me, guys.
No, dude.
Yeah, been fun.
First episode
Yeah,
back.
good
and a
to
half.
see you.
Great case, by the way. I
We
know all
talked about
cases. This
5
one's
minutes
really
of
good.
productive work, and then the rest is just about Taco Bell.
That's halfway. That's true. That's
I
actually
mean,
true.
things tend to devolve quickly. We did pretty good talking solid for an hour on the thing. It was only like a half hour of bullshitting.
Jason Davis is a hit us up for the Pitzer case. We may be able to help out. That
Fuck
sounds like really cool.
yes.
We
Hell
will.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go
Definitely
download the My Taco app.
Wait,
Big
are we
search.
gonna stick around for a little bit after?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Not much longer though.
No,
Help.
no, not much longer. No, I know you guys got.
I need somebody to be able to get DoorDash that I can Venmo now. So let's end it.
We've been podcasting since 6.
It's
Oh yeah,
true.
you guys.
We have. Yeah, don't go nowhere. We'll be right here. Big search.
Justice League.
Signing off.
You're Ryan Crew.
You're
Fat
right.
Max, you're fucking me up. And
And I'm Michaela.
we are
American
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 Whiskey
whiskey.
and Fat Racks.
Bye.
Best smoke show in town, bitches. Peace. Fuck you, still talking.